Saint Geneviève of Paris, patroness of Paris and the French security forces. Saint Geneviève is one of the most beloved figures in French history, known for her extraordinary courage, mystical visions, and her role as the spiritual shield of Paris. Born around 422 AD in Nanterre, a suburb of modern Paris, Geneviève was a simple shepherdess. When she was only 7, Saint Germain of Auxerre visited her village. He singled her out from a crowd, sensing her future holiness. He gave her a brass medal engraved with a cross and encouraged her to dedicate her life to God. At age 15, she became a consecrated virgin, committing herself to a life of prayer and asceticism. After her parents passed away, she moved to Paris, then called Lutetia, to live with her godmother. Geneviève is most famous for 2 major historical interventions that saved the city from destruction. As Attila's terrifying army approached Paris, the citizens prepared to flee in panic. Geneviève persuaded the people to stay, urging them to fast and pray for protection. Legend says she told the men, "Let the men flee if they wish, but the women will pray." Miraculously, Attila suddenly diverted his army toward Orleans, leaving Paris untouched. During a long blockade by the Frankish king Childeric, Paris faced a deadly famine. Geneviève personally led a convoy of 11 boats up the Seine to Troyes, slipping past enemy lines to bring back grain for the starving citizens. She was highly respected by the early Frankish kings. She famously persuaded King Clovis, the first king of France, to build a church dedicated to Saints Peter and Paul, where she was eventually buried. Miracle of the Candle. Art often depicts her with a candle. Legend says that while she was praying in a dark church, the devil blew out her candle to frighten her, but an angel immediately relit it. The burning ones, in 1129, centuries after her death, a violent plague, ergotism, swept Paris. When her relics were carried in a solemn procession to Notre Dame, the epidemic ceased instantly. Feast day, January 3rd. Symbols: a candle, a loaf of bread, keys, or a shepherd's crook. Patronage: Paris, disaster relief, security forces, and against plagues. Died, c. 512 AD, aged 89. The Prayer of the Parisians. This prayer is traditionally recited every January 3rd, her feast day. Saint Geneviève, you who by vigils, penances, and prayer ensured the protection of the city, intercede with God for us, for our country, and for all Christian homes. You who healed the sick and fed the hungry, obtain for us the light of God and make us stronger against temptation. You who were first concerned with the poor, protect the sick, the isolated, and the abandoned. You who resisted armies and encouraged the besieged, give us the sense of truth and justice. May your example be an encouragement to always seek God and to serve Him in our brothers and sisters. Amen.